What if I told you that the one thing she values least is exactly what you've been giving her most, and that the more you prove your worth, the more she takes it for granted? You might have thought endless apologies, gifts, or late-night calls would bring back her respect. But there's a brutal Stoic truth. You don't hurt her by chasing. You hurt her by becoming unreachable. I remember my friend John, who tolerated every silent treatment because he loved her. One night she ghosted him for 48 hours, and he texted so much he drained his own dignity. When she finally replied, she confessed, "I got bored waiting." That moment taught him, and should teach you, that desperation stinks, and craving her validation makes you poor in self-worth. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." The more you crave her approval, the less respect you earn. Instead of filling silence with frantic messages, choose your peace over her drama. The moment she pulls away, become silence yourself. Let your calm indifference break the cycle she's used to. Emily used to predict every text he'd send. She knew his schedule, his insecurities, his late-night apologies. Then he stopped replying, because he was busy perfecting his morning routine, and he vanished from her world. 2 weeks later, she slid into his DMs. "I miss you. What's wrong?" That's the power of detachment. By refusing to chase, you destroy her control. When you detach, you accept temporary confusion in others so you can master your own energy. She'll test you with crumbs of attention. You'll replace reaction with reflection and excuses with execution. While she schemes her next emotional test, you'll be 2 steps ahead, building a life she never believed possible. Most men think shouting, pleading, or dramatic breakups will shock her into caring. But when you yell, you confirm you still care. True power lives in silence. A CEO I studied never reacted when rumors spread. He simply rebuilt his empire in private. When his ex watched his unstoppable rise, her illusions of power shattered. Marcus Aurelius taught, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Your silence isn't weakness, it's self-command. Every text you don't send, every public rant you avoid, becomes a boundary she can't cross. After heartbreak, many men broadcast their pain. You should do the opposite. Rebuild in solitude. Read Stoic texts at dawn. Hit the gym without posting. Write your goals on a whiteboard and attack them daily. My cousin David did just this. 3 months after his breakup, he returned leaner, more focused, and running a side business he launched in that silent period. When she saw his growth, she reached out, stunned. Who is this man? His victory, quiet, unannounced, became her nightly regret. She'll ask why you changed, but you'll know it wasn't about her permission. It was about your standards. Seneca warned, "To ask why death is not terrifying is to ask why you do not fear being asleep." Likewise, don't ask her why she's not in your life. Simply live the life you designed for yourself. Stop negotiating with someone who never intended to meet you halfway. A woman who doesn't value you expects you to crumble without her. But when you cultivate genuine joy, that becomes your ultimate punishment. You smile at the sunrise, laugh with friends, thrive at work, and sleep soundly, all without her approval. Imagine Alex, who after his breakup moved into a new apartment, read 5 books, and started writing his first novel. He didn't post for her, he lived for himself. Epicurus said, "Nothing is enough for the person to whom enough is too little." When you learn that enough is within yourself, her absence loses all power. Revenge fantasies fade. Replacement endures. But don't replace her with another woman. Replace her quietly with a better version of yourself. Build routines that honor your purpose. Cultivate habits that sculpt your character. And pursue a craft that ignites your soul. One client, Chris, never dated again after his ex bragged he was her world. Instead, he learned coding, studied languages, and mentored younger students. When she tried to re-enter his life, she found a man so engrossed in self-mastery that he made her feel obsolete. There's a cruel edge to indifference. When you don't need her forgiveness or crave her comeback, you transform pain into power. You're not cold, just committed to your own standards. Picture a mountain. A climber may strive to reach you, but they can't negotiate with gravity. You become that mountain, rooted, immovable, awe-inspiring. Marcus Aurelius taught, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Use her devaluing you as the obstacle that forges your strength. Your indifference then becomes her punishment. No words, no drama. Just the unshakable fact that you moved on. If this hits you hard, it means you're ready for change. Stop begging for value you never lost, and start claiming the value you always had. Share this video with another man who needs the Stoic truth. Comment "I choose peace" below if you're done with chaos and ready to build a life she regrets losing. Your new chapter starts now.